Hey, everybody, as I just crashed something down on the floor. Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and it just keeps getting more and more fun. I'm telling you, the holders of VeChain, Tezos, XLM, and XRP are having an especially good time. VeChain is up 15%, Tezos up 20%, XLM up 17%, and XRP is up almost 50% in the last 24 hours. It is really having this very sticky time to the $1 mark, which is good. It's pumped especially hard. And is it speculation? Well, yeah, probably a little bit, but there is a tweet I want you to see. It is a tweet that came from Ripple's Senior Director of Product, and he just put out 2 words. And the reason why I am paying attention is because, well, he's a very conservative person when it comes to his tweets. He's only tweeted out 8 times this year, so his tweets weigh heavy, and he's seen a lot. He's been with Ripple since 2015. He's responsible for the strategic direction and development of RippleNet. He is scaling the Internet of Value with the digital asset XRP, as per his words on LinkedIn. And those 2 words are utility matters. So what do I think? I think he's telling us something. And what would that be? I think some of this price action is related to utility. And where would that utility be coming from? Well, we know Southeast Asia is the busiest place for RippleNet, and we know that, especially in the Philippines and Singapore, they are using XRP in those remittances. And the company that Ripple just took a 40% stake in, Tranglo, was announced, and they are pretty big in the payment space in this part of the world. And I'm going to give you another utility update, which is very interesting. It came in my email today, and the reason why it came in my email is because I'm going to participate in the on-demand liquidity users crowdfunding. This is FlashFX. They're in Australia. And I want to read you this bullet point paragraph here. It says, Ripple, FlashFX blockchain technology solution, continues to introduce partners which has exponentially increased the number of transactions and volumes processed. FlashFX now has 64 B2B relationships and nearly 4,000 B2C clients. So this company is really benefiting from being in the RippleNet network and using the digital asset XRP. I will keep you up to date on that crowdfunding. You can participate for as little as $200, they say. So let me tell you another bit of utility that is on the way, okay? First, to understand this, you need to know that SBI is really using MoneyTap, per Mr. Kitao, the CEO, as the group's flagship product. MoneyTap runs on Ripple. Now I'm going to give you the 90-second version of this. If you want the 15-minute version, you'll have to go on to my Patreon. But I think in 90 seconds, you'll be able to see why the moves that Mr. Kitao is making are so important. 2 weeks ago, SBI, the Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation, which is the 12th largest bank in the world, along with MUFG, which is Japan's #1 bank and the 4th largest bank in the world, they invested into a digital currency exchange platform called DeCurret, $62 million in funding. Now, what are they doing with this exchange? A lot. They have been doing some experiments with Toyota in payments using digital currency. And then we have just on Monday a notice that the bank used for deposit and withdrawal would be a change in the name to PayPay Bank. Now, I went to myself when I read this, like, oh my gosh, because PayPay Bank is connected to the PayPay app that 30% of the Japanese population uses. It's huge and it's growing. Now, PayPay Bank is also supported by all of these regional banks, 78 regional banks, but you can see here the institutions like Sumishin SBI Net Bank and Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation. They are listed at the top. And I'm going to show you, there is one regional bank on here that SBI took a controlling share position in about a year ago. This is Daito Bank. Yeah, Daito Bank is one that the Brazilian expats use here. So I was always thinking the reason why he took that controlling stake was he was going to use it to run ODL into the Brazilian corridor. I still think that's the case. All right, PayPay. When we look at an investor's relation presentation from SBI, PayPay was going to be integrated with MoneyTap at the end of 2019. 5 months ago, Ripple announced that they made an investment into MoneyTap, an undisclosed amount, and the investment, per, again, some investor relations slides that were just put out in the last quarterly results, the amount from Ripple is to promote initiatives related to international remittances. Mr. Kitao plans to use XRP for the international corridors. And it takes time to build out this infrastructure. That is really a point I want to drive home. You have to be patient in this space. I think a lot of XRP holders have not been patient, but it's just the reality. When you change the banking infrastructure, it's not done overnight. Case in point, look at Christine Lagarde in the speech she made 5 days ago, where she says it's estimated that the digital euro should launch within 4 years. I believe it'll take them that long. Look at the Fed's real-time payments for domestic use. It's not going to launch until 2023. And they haven't even put the cross-border payments plan together yet. So governments are just very, very slow, and they're not moving like a fast fintech company. So on a day like today, we should really take a look at what some of the community members are doing to give value into the XRP community. This is Phil D. XRP. He can be found on Twitter at Alazon111Buy. He has taken Susan Athey's XRP price calculator and updated the version to also incorporate other use cases. Because at the time when Susan did it, she was on the Ripple board at the time, it only used the use case of remittances, but we know that the digital asset XRP has multiple use cases. So this calculator is a little bit more representative of what can change or influence or impact the price of XRP. I'm going to have Phil on my channel, and we're going to run through some of the different parameters with different guesstimations here of what we think should be in here, like the total market value and the total market percentage and the maximum market value with the market share. You can see that every time you click, there is a little bit of an explanation as to what you are putting in there. But I think it would be really fun to have him on the channel and run through some different price calculations. How about it? And gosh, it wouldn't be a pump without getting in one of the live streams with Alex Cobb. This brings me back to 2017. It was really great memories back in the last big bull run we had, and I'm so glad to see that he's streaming again. I was in a little bit of his stream that took place at 3 o'clock in the morning his time. Yeah, I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning my time last night watching the price action. It's hard to get sleep with this kind of movement. And a couple of weeks ago, Moonchaser and I had lunch together, and we made kind of a pact that when XRP hit $1, we would have lunch again. So that lunch date is coming a lot sooner than either one of us expected. And do you remember Lee from SPQR? SPQR Media did some incredible deep dives in the space. Well, Lee has a new channel that's launching, and I think we want to check it out. It's called Wealth Code, and it's your wealth education platform. It's coming soon. I think he's going to have his first video within the next day or 2 or 3. So I do want to let everyone know that that is going on, and I'm going to check it out, and I think everyone should. And boy, XRP Bags has a brand new song. He was playing it today. It's called Relist. It's fantastic. I'm going to put a link to it in the description below. And for some reason, if you haven't heard Blockchain Monkey's version of the XRP, I don't know what he calls it. Is it XRP choo-choo train? I don't know actually what does he call this? Eagle, what do you call this? What's the song title? I don't know the song title, but it has the greatest catchy beat. I love it. Yeah, I just love it. So I'm going to put a link to his Spotify, and if you haven't checked it out, do see his or listen to his music too. And you know, he said to me, not to me personally, but when I read his tweet on Twitter, it spoke to me, I should say. He said to stay humble if you can. And I know that maybe I haven't been doing such a good job on Twitter of staying humble, and I don't know if I can defend that position, but I have been fighting FUD for many years in this space, and especially when the price went over $1, I thought of the research that came out that caused such a fuss in 2018. This is the SATIS group, and SATIS research came with a report that had everybody in the XRP community worried at the time, because Emma Channing, the CEO and general counsel, approved the report that said that XRP was going to zero. Well, what's really funny is when you look now at the pricing that she predicted, which should be in her column of year 3, she predicted just so incorrectly. XLM is supposed to be at a penny, and ADA is supposed to be at 0.001, down 99%. I mean, it's just ridiculous. What's really sad and what's really ridiculous is that she went on to advise the SEC through the Ethereum-centric consensus, the digital securities group for consensus. And yeah, she was part of the government relations and was giving advice to the SEC. So it's just unbelievable, right? You just wouldn't believe it. You would think that this is just conspiracy theory until you really look at the facts. It's just crazy. All right, guys, don't leave me yet. I'm going to go really fast. I just want to show you again how Japan, in its modern day, still embraces the old, but transforms into new. This is the new product that comes from a 100-year-old kimono company in Kyoto, and the sash which goes around is called the obi. This is this version right here, and this just keeps popping up these days because they have a new product, and it is a lace-up cover to be worn on the ankle with your pump. I thought from a distance, oh my gosh, those girls are wearing kimono with cowboy boots, but No, it is a brand new product. And because it is handmade and silk, they are running anywhere from $330 to $440 a pair. They are beautiful, but wow, 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 wow. Talk about high fashion. Unbelievable, right? Wow. It just slays me of how the old and the new are completely blended in this country over and over and over again. And if you are wanting to find some humor, this is the toy company Bandai, and they have a series of monsters that are making public apologies at the podium. And they're apologizing for wrecking the city. But the announcement over the podium draped here says, "Not sorry for anything." What it is a total play on when government officials here or CEOs of companies have to make a public apology. They do so in front of a podium that looks just like this with the white cloth drape, and then it has some sort of statement that's draped over, and then they get up and they say their speech, and then they do this deep bow that they hold for, I don't know, they'll hold it for like 15 or 20 seconds, and all the cameras are flashing click, 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 as they are bowing. And the public just is going like, yeah, right. They're really not sorry for anything. So here we have Godzilla. He is apologizing, giving his deep bow, but his banner says, "I'm not sorry for anything." Oh gosh. And then the last little bit I wanted to share was a new business that's popped up in Japan. And it's not a new business per se, because I've seen this in other parts of the world. It's where you are paid to promote or advertise a company. But this company is doing it a little bit different. They have an app, and then you choose the company for which you can align your maybe your promotion ideas with, like, oh, I like this company. And right now there's a lot of gaming companies doing it. And then you can put these stickers on your car, either on the door or on the back window, and you're paid based on how far you drive. So it's on your mileage. I think this is smart because, yeah, I mean, you've got the cost of the car, you've got insurance, and you have the maintenance and gas, but you would not believe how expensive it is to park a car in Tokyo. I mean, $200 a month for a parking space is kind of normal. So to offset your costs, especially if you're a family with young kids, I think this is really a great idea. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.